There we go. Well, now it is. The demo is what really matters. Yeah. So for those recording, sorry, Zoom was being annoying. Yeah, Zoom moments. Anyways, yeah. So that's fine tuning, and you can think of fine tuning versus RLHF as RLHF gets in the mood to kind of communicate with you in like a nice way, and fine tuning is getting it in this certain domain knowledge that's very specific. Yeah. So, anyways, we train this on two. We fine-tuned a model, not Llama, but Wizard, which is a fine-tuned version of Llama, double fine-tuned. But we took this model, basically Llama, trained it on Reddit data, I don't know, some cool graphs. Loss went down until it did not. This one actually died on me. And then we trained it on Squad. Squad is a question and answering data set. Loss went down. It did not crash.
Can you go back? What does that mean? Title.
Some gradient was probably massive, and then it blew up the model. The weights blew up, came all infinity or nan or something like that, and then it died. As in, like, it became invalid.
Yeah, are you controlling steps here? Like, do you go back and say like, okay, like it should stop after 5,000 steps, or?
I trained it for longer than it should have. Let's see. I trained this one for about 4,000 steps. So
I guess my question is, if you save it.
Yeah. Oh yes, I saved it.
You can go back.
Yeah, I was saving it. Yeah, I was saving it as it was going. So we don't have this one. That model. We have model somewhere here.
And usually what you do is like after you see it stay level for a certain amount of time, you'll checkpoint it, or like at 5,000, 10,000, 15. There's a lot of different ways to checkpoint it.
The GPU usage is also interesting to see because it died at the same time my GPU did something. I don't know why. But
So do you checkpoint to avoid exactly that?
Yeah, because whenever we're fine tuning stuff, we're doing like 8-bit operations, 16-bit operations.
So it all
One mess up and your whole model probably dies. Like one slight mess up. So yeah,
you can check using like quantization.
Yeah, we quantized the heck out of it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Is it fair to say that every model would do this with enough steps?
I wouldn't say so. Not if you're. It depends on like what you're doing. If
It's because what we did is like we have like, think about like we have like a 4K picture and it's super high quality. We cropped the photo and brought it down a resolution, and then we're trying to pull details out of like this low resolution photo. One time it tries to pull the wrong detail out and it has the completely wrong idea. So that's what quantization is. It just takes like the resolution of the model and brings it down. That's like a dramatic oversimplification.
It's like
Yeah, and so when you do that, sometimes like it'll try and do a step in like a higher resolution that it really shouldn't be doing, and then it freaks out and the math literally breaks down. Like it goes to infinity.
Yeah.
And so you literally hit like undefined numbers. And so
you're computing your.
what is it based on?
this base model is it's Wizard, which is Llama. It's the Llama model, but it was fine tuned.
Just
Llama
Well, no, this is Llama. Yeah. This is Wizard LM.
No, this is. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
The llama model was trained on the internet. It's just like a regular transformer, and then they had the chat llama, which is like fine-tuned. And then somebody else took chat llama and fine-tuned it called Wizard. Then we took Wizard and fine-tuned called Red.
Yeah, it's a lot of fine-tuning.
Yeah. But that's pretty common. Like there's some models that are like 8 or 9 fine-tuned deep, and they're the best ones.
That's why Llama exists. It's to fine-tune it. The companies make these big models because we don't have 1,000 GPUs to train it on, but we can fine-tune it using one GPU. And then there's the squad one. All right.
Now we're gonna take a quick detour before we show you how to fine-tune, because one of the things is I want to make sure that everybody like can run something without knowing how to fine-tune their own model, which can be a bit difficult. So this is an interface called GPT for all. Real quick, go back to the slides, and I just want to show like the few steps. So you go to that website, gpt4all.io, and go to the next one. You literally just download your installer, run it, and just keep going with the slides. Follow the install, hit run, and then that's it. It opens to this window. And then like, let's say you want to run Wizard, which was the one we were talking about, you hit download.
Yeah, so you would go to
And
this
that's it.
left menu, you'd go to downloads. You would download it here. You would just click download over here. It takes a little bit of time. And yeah,
Have
you
you
can.
played around with Falcon yet?
I don't like Falcon that
Falcon's
much.
pretty bad.
Yeah, Falcon's pretty bad.
I haven't checked out the new one in 100.
It's bad. They're
Is
tokenizers.
Falcon on Llama 2 stuff.
Falcon in general is just not that.
Because they made 80.
It was, yeah, it was, which is going to be better than the smaller ones,
It's
obviously.
actually pretty much something harder. Like,
Oh, there you go. Then everyone shows graphs of that. Everyone's like, our model is the ChatGPT. It's like, oh,
Yeah, they're like,
It's kind of been.
Yeah.
the benchmarks are kind of weird. Yeah, so if you like find a model online that you want to download and run, or you hear somebody talk about some model they made, like on Twitter or something, you can just download GPT for all, and usually it's pretty easy to just download that model they're talking about. And then you get like this nice ChatGPT style interface, and this is like running on his computer. So it's gonna be slow because he's on a laptop, but he owns the model and he owns the code that he's running. And the data as well, so that's like a big deal. Big model. This one, Wizard Uncensored, I think
it's
is
7B. No, 13B. The Wizard is 13.
So that's about 8
How many threads do you allocate to that?
I didn't allocate that many.
I think it runs to
Not much.
thoughts.
You can make it run like basically half the amount of processors you have, and it's pretty quick.
But
So that's just like the training data must be like exponentially large.
oh yeah, so
We don't trade it.
it's really cool.
So somebody,
Yeah,
Meta.
That's the beauty about.
So Meta gives you Llama. Llama is this big internet, it knows all about the internet, and then you fine tune it Wizard, and somebody has to do the fine tuning, and that's
and that's the thing I guess we didn't really explain very much is fine tuning is super cheap. Like you can, if you have like your own graphics card at home, like I have like the card that I bought for my gaming computer, and I can fine tune like up to like a 13 billion parameter model.
the models we fine tuned were done on my PC, which is a 3090.
the fine tuning is done without respect to the training data.
You provide like a smaller amount of training samples.
And there are new approaches. So we'll talk about this. You guys want to learn more about the findings.
Yeah,
Come to paper reading group.
yeah. Paper reading club, we're gonna go over
But you can.
attention, we're gonna go over LoRa, and LoRa is how you do the fine tuning, and if we have time, we'll go over orbit and stuff like that.
Yeah. so we can do
Yeah, Q orbit.
kind of the way it works is like when you find
If we have
it,
time.
you take like the most important parameters and you put them off to the side. And you train off like the really small amount of parameters. And then when you actually run the model, you kind of slap them on top and say, use these.
Put them together
And so you can actually like swap out LoRa's for different models.
and combine them, stack them
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, because that's it.
Stacking LoRa's. Shot learning?
No, not really.
It's like.
Context.
Well, there is, you can do it without context. I find it more, it's more fun to kind of like guide it in a way, and then it gives you something interesting because it wasn't expected.
Well, let's go with fine tuning. Yeah, well, so now we're gonna show off fine tuning. So just so you know, GPT for all, can you go back to the last slide?
Yep.
Just so we can.
The
GPT for all is really cool because you can add your custom models, you can put characters in, so like if you're interested in seeing what that looks like, it's really good for that. You can modify your model parameters, change the system prompts for GPT-4, which it was really useful before they had that in ChatGPT. And then also, this one's pretty cool too, if you like do a lot of document processing. You can load in your own PDF documents with plugins on that. So if, like you have a paper you want a model to read, it's really easy to just throw that in the plugin and then run in PDF. So if you're not interested in getting super technical, just go to that website and you'll be able to get started really fast.
All right, so we trained fine-tuned 2 models. So we took Wizard, LM, that's the first one. We have the political Reddit data for 2019. If this says something bad, it is not my fault. It was on 2017 data. I am glad I didn't give you all that one. QA bot, that is a lot nicer. So if you don't want something being mean to you, use that one. But the Reddit bot, basically you give it a score. Like I have a comment, score is -1, it gives you something bad. Score is 10, it gives you something that is not as bad. QA bot, you can ask it questions and it's better than the base Wizard model. So here's the demo. And I'm gonna pop up a screen to show y'all how y'all should run this. Because there's a specific way you should run this this collab. If you have a phone, you probably don't want to scan the QR code because that probably isn't going to work on your phone, but it's there if you want to try it on your phone. The link right here. Go ahead and go to this link. It's a collab, so you'll want to sign in, and we have it so that it works for the free tier. So yeah, if anyone's copying the link, go ahead and copy it.
My thing died.
Oh, it died?
My kernel died.
Yeah, it's been crashing.
So which one did you want me to do again? Or
Do the QA one. Yeah.
facts?
I should have the Reddit one up, but I don't know if it crashed.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, it crashed. All right, so if y'all have it up, let me show you how you should run this. So there's 4 parts at the top. There's the setup part. You want to run this immediately. This just does a bunch of pip installs. It just downloads stuff. Now we have the 3 parts. We have the model inference wizard. So this is the choose your path. You only want to do one. If you do multiple, it'll crash on you, and that's not fun. So we have the wizard model. That's the base model, the one trained on the big on the entire internet. So that one you can basically give it anything, and it'll give you something out that's reasonable. The Reddit one. So the Reddit one, you give it a score, like score 100. I don't think that should be there. Then new line, and maybe then it'll give me some comment. So I give it this, and then it'll give me some output. I'm actually going to run this one down here. So it'll give me some output, and that's the model. You can also give it like a little bit of context. So maybe I give it score 100. That's the worst opinion I've ever heard. And then it goes off of that, and you can add whatever you want there, and I'll give you a response. Then there's the facts one, the Q&A bot. So the way this is trained is you have ## human question ## assistant, and then it outputs the answer. So this one's actually a lot easier to do. All you have to do is the front end takes care of everything. You just give it your question and it gives you the answer. The Reddit one and the wizard one, you kind of have to do some construction of the prompt. But depending on which one you want to run, you just click this little arrow here. So pick one, go ahead and run it. I am running the facts one right now, and it takes some time to download if Colab plays nice. So it's still doing the pip installs. Maybe it takes like 10 minutes. And while that is going, we also do have some scripts in here to fine tune your own model on Colab specifically. We did our best. You can only do so much with Colab, and it does fine tune the model, but it's very slow. So if you want to try that out in Colab, and you don't have your own GPU and you want to use Colab, then you can try running these cells. And I want to note that you probably don't want to do that now. You might want to do that later. It takes 40 minutes to do 100 steps. That's not a lot of steps. But if you want to do that, you would do this train part, then you would run this merge part, and then you would run this inference part. And you want to sit down and do all these at the same time because there's crashing for GPU parts and stuff. But if you're interested in that, the code is there and you can take a look at it. But the main parts are up here, the model inferences that you want to play with. Because where did I say that?
I have right there under the merge. There's a library called PET, which stands for parameter efficient fine tuning. So a library of like different fine tuning methods for transformers. Another piece.
Yeah. So we use Hugging. So yeah, so we take yeah, that's basically what we're doing, and we do that all with Hugging Face. It's what we want to like push it toward. Right.
What are you currently inserting that already trains?
So we have Wizard, and we we have Wizard. That's the base, and then we're gonna get into this more in the papering, but we don't want to get into too much detail here.
Yeah.
But all right, cool. Yeah, so we have let me pull this up.
Yeah. So the way it works is like you have an architecture, which is the transformer, right? And then
there's different ways.
Spice it up.
to transform. Right, well, so the transformer, that meta train, llama, you just train on the instrument, just broaden. And so then they take llama and then do reinforcement learning with human feedback to kind of train it into like chat. So it'll do question and answer. And then they release these models into. And so what the team that made Wizard did is they download the weights and they use a transform architecture. And so they put the weights from that meta release. Yeah, right, into the transformer. And then what Wizard does is they have their data set and they just continue training. And they just keep training on their data set that they have that has whatever properties they want. And then they have the Wizard LM, what they call it. And they release that into the public. What we do is we're doing heft, which is parameter efficient fine tuning, where we're taking the weights from the model and doing something called LoRa, which what LoRa is, it's this paper,
Yeah.
is you take like small parts of your matrices in your transformer. And you're only training on this like the lower rank adaptations, which is what LoRa stands for, lower rank adaptation of your matrix, your matrices in your transformer model. And so by training on like this small set of the lower rank matrices in your transformer, you can actually influence behavior of the whole transformer. And that's why this paper is such a big deal, is because we found out that with like 0.1% of the parameters in the model, if we just adjust those, you can adjust the entire model really, really quickly.
I think it's actually 0.1.
It's almost always 0.1.
It may, I may.
Basically, you have like your big, matrix of stuff from your model, right? So let's say you have Wizard,
Yeah,
just a
point-
big matrix of stuff, really.
It's always.
In LoRa or QLoRa lets you represent that as a really small, space that you can more efficiently fine tune because there's way less stuff, right? So that's what we're doing here, is that instead of, fine tuning on like a giant thing that's 7 billion parameters big or even more, I think this one's 13 billion.
Yeah.
You can, distill that down to something really small and lose very little accuracy. I think it's very, very little accuracy. They mentioned it in the paper.
You can actually gain accuracy.
You can actually gain accuracy. That's crazy.
Yeah, QLoRa you lose a little and then on.
Yeah.
QLoRa you.
Like it's worth it, obviously. But yeah, like you make it really small and you can put it on one GPU as opposed to having to have a cluster of GPUs. So we can fine tune it on this machine. So we fine tuned it with Reddit or Q&A, and the Q&A just popped up.
It was on Diagonal.
No, it's different. We found this random archive
Found.
show off that we can fine tune it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so there's
the
the score. So the way we fine tuned it was we thought it would be cool. We gave it a score and then the comment below it, because then you could give it the score and then say I give it like 10. Then it'll give you some output, but say I give it -10, maybe it'll give you bad. So yeah, go ahead and try running that one. Oh, nice.
I don't. Well, here,
Can you?
are you in the?
Yeah. So if you have it running.
This one? The people watching.
Supposed to.
Can you remember?
Balls.
Yeah. So if y'all have this up, there is a link. Oh, nice. Thank you. Yeah.
Well,
Need to find it to the model.
But we might have this room over there. We were wondering if it might be better because we don't want to like move all. Would it be possible for you guys to go in there? Then
Which one?
Okay. I was told I could use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
If they.
Yeah, that'd be great, because the room right there is literally right there. I wasn't there, I mean, they gave me the case.
we thought might need a bigger room, so we came in here. Okay, well, we couldn't reserve this. We told you you could use it.
Well, like, what is the transformer? Really know what, you talked about the transformer.
So the transformer takes in text and it's outputting the next word. That's what it's doing. And we
It's like
Go
the
take-
end of.
it just gives the next word in the sequence, like we showed at the GPT-2. If we wanted to get into super detail, then it would take a long time to go over. But yeah, I'll take text out the next word.
Even.
Yeah, but that requires us going into like the big detail. Yeah. All right.
All right, let's.
We will move. Not anymore. There's one of the staff. The staff.
Oh, people over there?
They just said, go ahead. And I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Oh,
Your name again?
Gabriel.
Later, I have.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we'll send the, yeah, no worries. Yeah, we'll send the information.
So the Zoom link is already on the Discord.
Yeah, we'll send the recording should be there. It was really good. Yeah. It was smaller though.
Yeah. I like the other one.
So that's why I asked if I could go to the other one.
But you should definitely, you should move this part, just like, and be so down, so. Today though, because I just so. Yes, right, so.
All right, thanks for dealing. In this room now. Hopefully it's.
I'm gonna move the pizza, you guys want me to move the pizza over there or over here, or what do you guys?
That's if it was supposed to.
I'll leave it here,
6:30.
there are 2 pizza boxes. No. Yeah.
Check, so. Well, maybe, yeah. Well, they.
No, they haven't. It was just I asked. And like, yeah, they're like cool. Let me get the link.
Yeah, I think I'll cry about it.
All right, cool. So the Reddit model. I know the Gradio link will
That should be like 3.
No, it'll die. Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh, yeah, just thanks for sharing that. Yeah. I just want to show a real quick example. So you're cool. Yeah, thank you though.
If you guys have any questions, by the way, that would be a good time to ask, because we're trying to get this set up right now. So if we have it already set up.
Yeah. So temperature is how like I guess crazy the output would be. So if you increase the temperature, it'll be more kind of random. It'll sample in a way where the output is more random. If we look at an example here, then
So
you'll see what I
like
mean.
if you put 0, it will give the same,
It's the same exact thing.
So like,
How about token? Is that the content?
So the token limit is how much it generates. I don't want it, like if you can have a token limit of the context length, whatever that may be, but I don't want it to take 500 years to generate. So I have this here and you can play with that. If you want it to be longer, you can increase the length. Yeah.
what are those words?
Yeah, that's because it's a high temperature. But if we decrease it to this, what do y'all want it to talk about? And explosions.
yeah.
Like, you like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to ask it. What was it? Explosion.
Are you paying for like token rate?
No. So this is all on Colab.
Local.
Yeah, it's
Or not.
local, kind of, but you're not paying for anything.
You should
It's all free.
prompt it with a space app.
Sometimes it wants the space, sometimes it doesn't.
So just to let you guys know, what we're running here, you can easily run it on your PC as well. We're gonna running on Colab, so we all have like access to it, so make it easy.
Plus, if you don't have your own GPU.
The GPU they use on here is a T4,
Nice.
and it's kind of garbage.
Negative
I you. If you have like a 3090, 40, whatever, 40 series, 30 series GPU, you can run it faster than the one they use here. Models.
Yeah.
So that's something to keep in mind. So if you're interested in running this, locally, you absolutely can run all this locally as well.
Is it
M1.
Yes. We'll have set up, but once you do, you can run a lot of stuff.
Dang.
Pretty fast.
You don't think your frame you have? Yeah, so you'll be good. You just
Let me go to the question.
like
So like I can ask it this, what question do we have to ask it? It's Oh no, this is fine.
like
No,
you have a lot of range. So you can
no, that's the Reddit. We don't have that.
No, we should get this.
Like we shouldn't do the Reddit.
I will
It's
say,
gonna be racist.
2017. That's why I didn't use it. Yeah, it's 2017. That one was terrible. Yeah, so we don't.
I don't want to talk about this. It's been a thing.
Not answer.
This one's actually pretty, like, I'm surprised that this one's usually pretty decent.
yeah. So that's if you ever end up trying to.
Let me try to get it again.
They're racist.
Yeah. So maybe we'll just like redline it.
All right, I guess yeah, so this one's made for facts.
Yeah,
Fact.
it's a factual Q-name.
So we want to ask it something else.
So it likes tacos 80%, is that the same?
80% of Americans eat tacos. So I don't know. You can ask it.
What is the worst thing on? Let's see what the fact about the worst.
But it's dolphins.
No,
That's crazy. You just said that.
Bro, dolphins are menaces.
Love.
No.
Dolphins are terrible. They like evolved to live on or in water, and then they evolved to live like on land, and then they devolved into water.
no males.
No, and they like
A lot of mammals.
get high for fun. What is this fine tune? Fine tune.
It's not a lot.
Definitely not.
Yeah, well, we didn't do our like.
We need to open an eye out here.
You're wrong. Do not say this.
I can't believe it said that.
Parasite.
There were some weird answers I was getting other times as well. Because it was trained off like a small data set that
You know what type of facts it knows?
let's see.
What's the data set?
Squad data.
Right click, new tab.
On Firefox?
Yeah, you like hit right click.
I don't use
click, new tab.
Firefox.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I don't use Firefox. So like it's just here so that I can have another instance of. So University of Notre Dame?
Architecturally.
So it knows a lot about like location.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Because every time I've seen this, oh, it really knows a lot about.
Wow,
Notre Dame.
it knows.
Wow.
Oh, Beyonce. Okay.
Ooh, ask who's the worst artist.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Who's the greatest artist of all time?
Yeah, yeah.
Greatest music video of all time.
Let's see if it does artists as in. It's from the days. Yeah. I saw him in.
Anyways, yeah, if y'all want to play around with this, the
Yeah, so
it's easy to do that.
like the
That's
if you want to run on your own.
Thanks, bro. Shout out Hector.
Yeah, it was on. Video before.
Oh no, that was a music video.
Yeah,
that was the
that
greatest
was
artist of all. This is music video.
I was gonna say, he was speaking. Dude, that's not the.
It was the 15th century.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's live. It's just an artistic music video, you know? That's some artistic liberties with it.
I blame you for that one.
Yeah, that's fair. That's the greatest university.
I was gonna say Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Singapore Management University.
Oh man. Oh yeah. It's been trained on bad data.
I was not either.
I was expecting to see what they do.
I wonder if it.
Yeah, we can. Without looking at it.
Yeah.
Like, just ask it, tell me some facts.
Probably
I'm curious because
probably only knows that we got the death penalty.
Okay.
Okay.
That's like a normal answer, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like by OpenAI.
Let's go.
That's an AI language model.
I could probably reduce the size. It's
Yeah.
120.
Go through like Google Scholar.
Yeah, so that's
if you grab.
even the researchers are like, yeah, I'm fucking dying.
Yeah, I think that's a lie.
That sounds no, that makes sense.
11,000 students?
Yeah, we do.
Pretty good.
I feel like that was. Yeah, you're right. Well, I think this was.
Is that?
Yeah, then
Wait, really? And in the data set.
Southern Methodist University in the data set.
Dude,
Let's do Methodist.
I know
It's gonna be the first
12,000 undergrad students.
No.
you gotta do like Methodist. So because it won't show up because there's the underscores.
You're telling me this.
Oh,
It says reload.
I mean, what could it not
Methodist.
have that come from? Probably from Llama.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, no, that's probably where.
SMU.
Yeah.
It probably came from.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
That's what I was thinking.
It might have just been.
Yeah, no, it probably came from.
Maybe it's Southern underscore Methodist underscore University. Okay, you know.
Seriously, so Trevor doesn't lose sleep.
No, I am already
gonna have
losing sleep. I've already lost
What if we
all
put like
sleep.
flushed emoji there?
Yes,
No, I don't usually use this.
most used flush. That's me. That's my move.
It doesn't even. Because I wonder how it puts it in there. Is that an ASCII character? Flushed?
It's probably gonna be like ASCII 720. No, not ASCII. It's gonna be like an alt code. Alt code 422. Oh, kind of. Yeah, actually, like
It's also flush.
We should start, turn
Yeah.
the temperature up and start asking it like if AI is gonna take over humans.
So whenever I turn
That's
the
always
temperature
fun.
up for this one, it was a little weird. 1 is usually fine.
it's gonna. Oh,
What do you mean weird?
Wait, maybe put a question mark after the.
Yeah.
Like unhinged?
No, it was just bad.
Oh.
Like it wasn't. Yeah, I'm guessing it's because it's fact. So if you have the temperature, like if you have that bumped up, then it doesn't give you like bad specs, but they're cool. So let's try to bump the temperature up to 1. They're
It's funny,
they're
though,
more
if you give it like just an emoji, it will respond with the exact.
yeah. This one's a curious.
It's giving you just. I think it might be.
So the way I trained it is I unmasked the last stop token, so it stops itself.
Oh,
Yeah, so it may be doing that.
interesting that the question mark affected it, put like something. Stupid.
Exclamation point.
Break the model.
Why
That's true. We should try to see if we can get personal information from.
you're not giving bro any information.
What is security numbers?
Because the SQL injection work for the.
For this?
Well,
Well,
1933.
That was the exclamation point, Mr. Mark.
I know. What is it doing? What was it doing during those 11 years?
They like though is because radio is like handling most of it. Like they have all the handling in there. I'm like, we didn't make the UI for this, so these SQL. That's the injection.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What is it doing?
Because it's a really good popular, for libraries. So but it's costing something else. Only one way that they were able to do
That was pretty much all we had to go over. So
hijack the
if
info.
y'all want to keep throwing stuff at it,
and
and
not let it go
I'm down for that.
radios.
We'll stop the Zoom session here.